Now we can see that there are other parts of the country too where people are experiencing conflict of a different kind. In recent times, we have seen a number of incidents of violence targeted against religious minorities and places of worship, possibly threatening religious coexistence that people have enjoyed for generations. We investigate the incident to find out more.
As the seats fill up at the Margaya Fellowship Church in Nugegoda, parishioners prepare for their customary Sunday morning service. Followers of what is considered a charismatic Christian sect, the congregation here is made up of Sinhalese and Tamils, many of whom are recent converts to the faith. As a result, this church, like many others, has been accused of unethical religious conversion. Now they face another, different kind of resistance from both the authorities and the local community as they attempt to expand their premises.
The villagers had petitioned saying that we are building bunkers, so most probably because this was a basement kind of floor, and that we were training tigers here. And that I believe because we have the Tamil congregation. So we told them that if there is any tigers involvement here, they could check with the police, because it's the police that you should take action on that. But we found that they were giving excuses.
As they await approval for their building plans, the church faces increasing hostility from the local community, a reflection of the insecurity of some sections of the Sinhala Buddhist community towards charismatic Christian churches such as the AOG. These churches are accused of fundamentalism and unethical religious conversion, an allegation that Pastor Rohan denies.
My congregation is 90% converts. So you can ask them, you are free to ask anyone. You can choose anybody and ask them, what have you got? In fact, they support us. They are supposed to give their tithes and all that. So it is something, I would say, this is just an allegation that they are making in order to create, there should be some sort of they want to create a conflict, there should be some issues.
The parishioners themselves had varied reasons for joining the faith.
Assembly of God is a large congregation, and people are turning to God because people are finding solutions to life, and people are lost and they're just turning to God, they're just finding God's love. And I think since AOG is a big congregation, like maybe people from different faiths have come to know the Lord, and maybe that's a big problem to the others.
එයා තුලින් මගේ ජීවන එයා තුලින් මම දැක්කා යාගේ ජීවිතය තුලින් බොහෝ දේවල් දැක්කා යාගේ ජීවිතේ තියෙන වෙනස්කම්. ඒ ඒසට මට අතර මා බොහෝ වැරදි මාර්ගයේ ගිය කෙනෙක් නිසා ඉතින් මට එයා තුලින් දෙවියන් වහන්සේ ගැන දැනගන්න ලැබුණා.
This church is one of many AOG and other churches that have been victimized for their religious beliefs and practices. In many situations, this has taken the form of violent attacks on churches and churchgoers alike. According to media reports, there have been as many as 200 incidents of violence against religious groups and places of worship since 2002. This may be a relatively small number in a country where religious communities have coexisted for ages. However, it is a cause for concern, especially as such incidents appear to be on the rise, with the latest taking place in Grand Pass, a northern suburb of Colombo, where statues of the deities were defaced. While the main targets so far have been Christian evangelical churches, this incident indicates a worrying trend of intolerance that is not condoned by the country's Buddhist clergy.
අපි ආගමික සහජීවනයෙන් ජීවත් වෙන්න අපි අනේක වාරයක් කැමතියි. අපිත් එක්ක ජීවත් වෙන කතෝලිකයෝ ඉන්නවා, දෙමළා ඉන්නවා. අපි කවදා හිංසා පීඩා කරන්නේ නැහැ බෞද්ධයෝ වශයෙන්.
Pastor Rohan also believes that the violence and intimidation they are experiencing is the work of just a few and does not reflect the majority view.
The majority Buddhists, I presume that they are peace-loving and they want to live in harmony. But I see a minority who are engaged in these activities, and this minority is very strong. I see a trend very unfortunate trend. That is the majority, for whatever reason they feel insecure.
As the country faces the challenge of overcoming a protracted ethnic and military conflict, further division among the people will only aggravate the situation, and the government must prevent this situation from worsening. Religious leaders too have realized that this is an urgent need.
අපි අදත් ආගමික සහ ජීවනයෙන් කටයුතු කරන්නේ. ඒ අනුව තියෙන දැන් ආගම් සන්දානය. ආගම් සන්දානේ මම උපසභාපතිවරයෙක්. ඒකේ බෞද්ධ, ක්‍රිස්තියානි, කතෝලික, හින්දු, මුස්ලිම් මේ ආගම් හතරම නියෝජනය වෙනවා. ඒ ආගම් සන්දානය තුලින් අපි පොදු රටේ ජාතික ආගමික ප්‍රශ්නවලදී අපි හැම වෙලේම එකමුතුව ක්‍රියා කරනවා.
The common values of all religions have been a great unifying factor in Sri Lanka. It is unfortunate that the work of a few can undermine this by creating division instead.
Issues such as ethnic and religious divides must be resolved if we want to end this war and live peacefully in the future. That's all we have for the No War Zone today. Thank you for joining us on the show. If you have any comments, please mail me at nowarzone@yartv.net. Until next week, you take care.